Continuing our hands-on coverage, we also got to check out the Pixel Watch 2 ahead of time as well. From what we can tell, there's a ton of under-the-hood changes as opposed to external design differences, and we should discuss the biggest changes first. Probably the biggest improvement with the Pixel Watch 2 is the upgrade to the Snapdragon W5 chip. Personally, I don't think Pixel Watch users really had performance issues aside from some occasional lag, but more so battery life was the biggest complaint by far, and we're fully expecting the W5 chip to address that issue. Google says the Pixel Watch 2 can get up to 24 hours with always on display. If true, this refresh should at least bring it in line with other top smartwatch competitors like the Galaxy Watch 6 or the Apple Watch S9 series. The rest of the big improvements all come down to making it more appealing to the fitness tracker users out there. For example, Google swapped out the heavier, more premium feeling stainless steel casing for a lighter aluminum build. This brings the weight down from 36 grams to 31 grams and results in a watch that's 13% lighter. Also, the previous wireless charging method has been replaced with a Fitbit-style pin-based connector. Google says you can get to 100% in 75 minutes, whereas the Pixel Watch 1 could get a full charge in 80 minutes, and the magnets for the new charger should be much stronger now to mitigate accidental disconnects. The Pixel Watch 2 will also be featuring a multi-path heart rate monitor that should enable more accurate tracking, especially during a workout. As for the rest of the hardware, there's nothing really groundbreaking here. The crown is slightly redesigned to allow for smoother scrolling, and during our hands-on time, we did notice the haptics were stronger on the Pixel Watch 2. Otherwise, everything else is pretty much the same as last year, so the same size bezel, the same 1000 nits brightness on the display, a thinner but near identical dome-shaped front glass made out of Gorilla Glass 5, and no, unfortunately, there is not a larger size option. I hate to say it, but we only have the 41mm version this year. On the software side of things, we do get a few upgrades as well. My favorite feature is the new system for body response tracking. So now the Pixel Watch 2 will be able to detect signs of stress throughout your day by tracking your electrodermal activity, heart rate variation, skin temperature, and more to notify you accordingly. We're also getting more traditional features that health-focused users are expecting, like targeted heart rate zones during a workout and pace training. Also, there's a new safety check feature that will notify and share your location with emergency contacts if you don't check in after a certain period of time. As a side note, this safety check feature will work on the LTE variant of the Pixel Watch 2 as well, even if you're not paying for a cellular connection as long as you have Fitbit Premium. This feature is called Safety Signal, and I think it adds a nice amount of value if you happen to get the LTE version at a good price. Lastly, the Pixel Watch 2 did get a handful of new and updated watch bands. For new ones, we're finally seeing the metal mesh band, which is a Milanese style look, metal slim that goes for a classic jewelry style approach, and an active sport band with perforated holes in the design for those that want a more breathable option for workouts. Keep in mind, the metal slim and metal mesh bands are only compatible with the Pixel Watch 2 for some reason. As soon as we know why, you'll be the first to know though. Returning from last year are the stretch, woven, and two-tone leather bands with some updated colors to match the lineup. There's also a new medical ID tag option that you can purchase as well that should prompt emergency responders to hold down the crown on your watch in order to get your detailed medical information. With that said, guys, that's pretty much everything new with the Pixel Watch 2. Ultimately, it's a smaller, more iterative upgrade with a big focus on improving battery life and getting better at health-related metrics, which, in my opinion, is the #1 reason to buy a smartwatch these days. Overall, I think Google's going in the right direction with this. I just see an overwhelming amount of feedback from users really wanting a larger size option, but either way, let me know what you think of the Pixel Watch 2 and if these upgrades are worth it to you. Will these health-focused features get you to try it out? Does the lack of a larger size make it a deal breaker? Leave some comments and let me know, but in the meantime, guys, I'm getting out of here. This has been Jordan Floyd with 9to5 Google. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.